Hello and welcome to a session of what we call Daniel's Prayer Window. Really, it's a pleasure to have you here and take a couple minutes of your day to bring to you a challenging word, something that I hope you can meditate all throughout the day, and really something that has been on my heart, and I pray and I hope that it goes directly into your heart as well. And last time I was with you, last session we spoke on the question, what is Christianity? And I was explaining to you that the answer, if someone's ever asked you that question, the answer is it's hard because it's difficult to explain what Christianity really is. Some people believe it's a cult, some people believe it's a religion, some say it's church, some people say it's a set of beliefs. But the easiest way possible to answer the question, what is Christianity, is to change the question from what is Christianity to who is Christ. Because in the word Christianity, we find the word Christ. And so, whenever we simplify the question, we change it to who is Christ, then that makes it much simpler to explain the person of Jesus and what he is for us. And that leads us to today's subject, which the title is, Who Do You Say I Am? Now, I left you thinking last time I was with you that our goal should not be to believe what others have told us about Jesus, but believe what we learn about him, about who he is, every step in every day of our lives. Now, we can know about a person, but it doesn't mean we know the person. We can know a lot about Jesus Christ and who he was, who he is, for us, for every human being, but it doesn't mean you know him. You can know about him, but it doesn't mean you know him. Now, Jesus on this earth, he chose 12 men and some women to follow him around, to be his disciples. And one day, it says in the Gospels, in the Gospel of Matthew, that he asks, who do people say I am? Now, I want to ask you that question. Who do people say you are? Who are you? Who would you say, if I were to ask you that question, what would you answer? Who are you? It's a challenging question, isn't it? I told you it was going to be challenging, but I want you to think of the response of the answer. Who are you? Jesus asked, who do people say I am? Because he's starting getting noticed by all these people in Israel, and he wanted to know, who do people say that I am? And his disciples, his friends, started answering, oh, some people say you're a prophet. Some people just think you're a carpenter. Some people just say you're a healer. And then he asks a very interesting question. He says, well, who do you say I am? That's the title of this message. So, who do you say that I am? Now, all the disciples, all of his friends couldn't really answer at the time, but one of them did. And he says, well, I believe you're the Christ. You're the Messiah. You're the one who has all the answers I've been looking for. And Jesus answers back, that's the right answer, but I know that my Father revealed to you that answer. And that was Simon Peter speaking. And he says the right thing. Now, I want to leave you with this thought. Number one, if I were to ask you the question, who are you? What would you answer back? We're caught up in our world in every single moment. We're caught up in our situations, our circumstances, our daily struggles, our daily battles. Do you know who you are? Are you able to answer that question? And number two, Jesus today is asking you, who do you say that I am? He's not asking, it's a different question when he asks, what do others say about me? But enough of believing what others say about Jesus. I want you to start acknowledging, and I want you to start knowing who Jesus is for you. I know who Jesus is for me. People around me know who Jesus is for them. Now, who is Jesus to you? So again, I leave you with two questions today. Number one, who are you? Who are you? And number two, who is Jesus to you? I'm not asking what you know about him. I'm asking who he is for you. If we're not able to answer that question, we're not following him at all. Every follower of Jesus should be able to say, Jesus is this for me. Jesus is that for me. Once again, I'm not asking you what you know about him, but I'm asking you who he is to you. And to end this video, I conclude the story because once Simon Peter says, "You are the Christ, the Son of God," then Jesus says, "Well, you've spoken the truth. God, my Father, revealed this truth to you. But now I say to you, Simon, your name won't be Simon anymore, but I will call you Peter, because upon this rock I will build my church." What happened in this story? Jesus asks, it's basically summed up in three things. Number one, Jesus says, "Who do people say I am?" Number two, Jesus says, "Who do you say that I am?" And number three, Jesus turns around and tells Simon Peter who he is. If you can't answer the question, who are you? Then a good place to start is trying to answer, who is Jesus to me? When I get close to Jesus and I start experiencing Jesus and having a friendship with Jesus, he then tells us who we are. Because if I can't find out who I am, then at least I want to find out who he is and who he says that I am. I hope I didn't confuse you or mix you up. What I want you to realize is that the only person in this universe to tell you your true identity is Jesus. And one good way to know what your identity is to start getting close to him. The closer you are to Jesus, the more he tells you about who you are. And it's a dual relationship. It's a friendship. It's a companionship. Because the more you start getting to know him, the more he starts telling you who you are deep inside and who you're supposed to be. Now, once again, I sum it all up. What is Christianity? It's a person. It's who is Christ? That's the question that should be asked. And I want you to know that if you don't feel like you have a relationship with Jesus, then you can. You can be friends. You can follow him. It's not as hard as people make it. It's not as hard as it seems, really. I think it's step by step every day that you can choose to walk with him, and he will be there walking with you. So, once again, I repeat it to you. 3 things we are left with. Number 1, who are you? Number 2, who is Jesus to you? If you can't answer either, then the easiest one, number 3, is to ask God, tell me, who do you say that I am? I don't know who I am. I don't want to believe what other people say that I am. I want to believe what you say that I am. Because he's the one who made us with his hands, so he knows who we are. He knows our authentic self. He knows our inner self. So just think about this throughout the day. I encourage you to take a couple minutes throughout your day to talk to Jesus and ask him who you are inside. Not what other people say you are, not what you think you are, but who does he say that you are? And the more you talk to him, the more you know who he is, the more you know who you are. And that's the friendship. That's what Christianity is really about. Getting to know your Creator and through that, getting to know yourself. Thank you for joining me today in this video. I hope you're having a great Friday. I hope you have a good rest of the weekend. I bless your life. Know that here, Regenesis Church, we're praying for you. We're praying that God heals you and helps you get through whatever situation you're going through. So thank you so much for being with me today. I will see you on Monday at noon through this channel here, through our Regenesis Church channel. God bless you. You have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.